Hello. Well, leaving Roanoke and headed to Richmond. It's Monday morning. It was a very interesting day yesterday. I set up on the sidewalk to play outside of First Baptist Church, right downtown Roanoke. Giant parking lot, giant building and everything, and it didn't take like 20 minutes for the first person. The parking lot was empty when I started, and one of the first people that I saw was this elderly man. He was going around the perimeter of the property, I guess. Anyway, he comes around and comes straight up to me, and I'm singing a song, and he pauses for just a second. He listens, but then he wants to speak more than he wants to listen, and he immediately starts asking me if I know Jesus, and then he's trying to get me to come on inside. Well, he puts $2 in the case, and so I reluctantly agreed to go with him because he, just wasn't going to take no for an answer. I wanted to stay there and just play, but so I go in, and he asked me what I'm trying to do, and I said, well, one of the things would be to plant a tree. I'd really like to plant a tree on this property, and so a fruit tree. And so he takes me to one person and tells him, trying to find out where to, to get permission, or where the best location on the property for me to plant this tree. And they send us to somebody else, and so that person sends us to somebody else, and by the time, and we were walking through the building, like going to different offices. This huge cobweb of a building, back and forth. And we talked to no less than 10 people, trying to get someone who could make a decision if this was going to happen or where it would happen. So by that time, still no decision. The morning class starts, so I go in with him in his class, and it's kind of the older people class, and elderly, which he was. So it was interesting, and it was great and everything. And then so class is over, then our search keeps on going for somebody to authorize this tree planting, and still nobody. Everyone, finally, it's this Dr. Ashford we have to talk to. Well, we finally get to him after the morning service, and he still can't make a decision. He can't make a decision. He's got to talk to some groundsman or something. So we say, I'm supposed to come back. Okay, come back at 5:30 p.m. and he'll have an answer. He was going to call somebody. So that's what I did. But in the meantime, when I was on the sidewalk, I was in jeans and just this shirt jacket thing. And so that's how I went through the class in the morning service. Well, in the meantime, I put on suit and tie and everything, and came back at 5:30, suit and tie, black shoes, just, shined up. And there was quite a few people that were kind of shocked, but and I was supposed to meet this Charlie again. He was supposed to come back, and time goes by. Class or evening service is supposed to start at 6. It's like 5 minutes till. I still haven't seen him, and I start asking him, has anybody seen him? And then ends up he did slip in some other door, and he was down there. So I in the row, and I walked in to the sanctuary, and then they kind of guided me to him, and there was he and his wife, and he just lit up. He got so happy when he saw me, because I guess he thought I wasn't going to be back. And then, this guy, he was out of breath this morning, like yesterday morning, trying to walk around this whole building, trying to ask if I could plant a tree. He worked so hard up and down stairs. This old man, he's hunched over and everything, and he was out of breath. And then so there I show up at night, and he's exhilarated, and we have a nice evening service. And then after the evening service, this Dr. Ashford is available again somehow, and he still has not really a specific answer, but he does say this groundsman comes in at 5 in the morning. So I said, that's fine, I'll be here. And so he said he would call him and have a location figured out. So I was there at 5, and by 5:40 this George, he shows up, and he'd been told about it, and he walked around and we found location, and I planted the tree, and in the I had gone to Lowe's in the meantime and gotten the pear tree, and so I had it, there and everything, and ended up the ground was easy to work with, and I removed some sod, and then I planted it, and I put some apple cores and stuff around it, and banana peels. I think that's going to really make it grow, get a good start. And so anyway, then I put the stake in the ground, to support it, and to support the little tree. And on the wooden stake, I wrote, "I love you, Charlie," because he made a huge impression on me. Well, that was like one of the strangest days of my life. And I know, like, immediately, whatever 500 people were there yesterday, I mean, there's probably at least half of them are aware of what happened through all this. And so I'm coming back in the spring, and that's going to stay in their head. The whole thing's going to stay in their head. So that's a power for good that we have. Just do something simple for complete strangers, and it gives you power. Well, use that power to do something wonderful, and don't stop, just keep on. So I love you guys. Just thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.